Hello and welcome back to the City of Mist. We are still knee deep in the Shark Tank, further finding more and more evidence. And speaking of evidence, allow us to rejoin our crew. Hello there. Our last scene, if we recall, was us basically learning combat and beating the piss out of a bunch of enforcers. We gained some information from them. Roxanne's shadows kind of just did their thing, but you guys were indeed able to squeeze what you needed from them. And we are now on our way to Rusty's bar. I could be wrong, but I most likely know it. Then we all hopped in the car. That was the last scene as we're headed over to Rusty's bar.
Something like that.
Perfect. We're going to go ahead and use that scene. A little bit of downtime. A little bit of driving downtown. The downtown of downtown, if you will. All right, we're going to do a few little things, actually. First and foremost, we'll obviously discuss downtime stuff. So I showed you guys that page. Each of you can do one of these activities. Xander, which one would you like to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Moira?
For recover from your last activity, can it just be like a relaxing thing?
That can be, but I don't believe you have any burned tags, nor do you have any damage. So there's nothing for you to recover from. Radiah has two things to recover from, though. Her toolkit's all messed up, so she can spend time basically reorganizing that. And that will allow you to unburn that tag, so you can spend your downtime activity doing that if you wish.
But I'm also kind of hurt still.
You are, but it's only one. So in the future, we should be able to tinker with that and, do something about it.
Hey.
Totally up to you, though. If you think removing the one harm is worthwhile, you can do that. If you think it's better to reignite, I have something for that, then you can go with that one. Totally up to you.
I think that one would be probably the most helpful one to do. Sit there in the back seat and sort my bag.
It's also the most flavorful. I agree. I like it. So I believe if you click that little arrow, the little loopy one, it should unburn the tag.
From unburning. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, I've picked. Can I work the case by contacting my secret sponsor?
You very much can. Yes. I believe the way that works is you tell everybody how you do it, which you just did, and you gain 3 clues with a method and a source based on your description. So you don't need to roll anything, and you'll have to go into your little character sheet and add some clues. Now, they're not generic clues. Do you know what you want them to be on?
You give me an example?
Who are you talking to and what would they know? What information are you gaining from this, basically? Like, what would they know? Are you looking into the sharks? Are you looking into, like, this group of people? Are you looking into the people that live here? You know what I mean?
Oh, I feel like my secret sponsor is probably good with stuff I don't have easy access to, aka the cops.
Sure. Then you can add 3 clues that all pertain to that. So if you ever have a question regarding them, you can be like, I asked someone and he actually knows something. And that might help depending on who you're talking to.
All right, so where do I add the 3 clues?
Under your character sheet where it says clues, there's a little plus sign. Already. Bag sorted, things fixed, etc., etc. I have a wonderful little thing they added here for me that I can read for you guys. As we're driving on the way there, somewhere in a dark brick basement, lit only by a single dangling light bulb, a door opens and shuts, and hurried footsteps are heard. The camera pans sideways to reveal a cocktail table with a crystal bottle of whiskey, a lowball glass packed with ice, and a long-fingered masculine hand holding a smoking cigarette between 2 golden rings, hovering over an ashtray. An old pistol rests on a table nearby. "They're snooping around, boss," the messenger says. The hand goes up and out of the frame as the man is heard taking a long drag, then blows out a swirling jet of cigarette smoke. The hidden man says with a silky, reverberating voice, "Tell Delia to deal with it. She has been looking for something to sink her teeth into." The screen then fades to black. So I'm going to add a wonderful little countdown for you guys. On the scene. It should be on the scene, which if you open up your little character sheet at the bottom, there should be a scene status currently called Delia. I will not tell you what it means, but it is at 1. The vague description of it is someone is tracking you guys. So the old status you guys had, somebody's watching. This one is a bit more specific. This isn't just, people are looking because you're suspicious. This means someone is looking for you all.
Oh no, we're being hunted.
Indeed.
So do we know that someone's looking for us, or?
As players, as characters, no, you have no idea. You can make the assumption, though, like that's obviously not far outside of the stretch of imagination. You've bumped into a couple folk that don't want you around, and you guys aren't being too quiet about sticking your nose in. So basically, if certain things happen, this number will go up. Once this number goes up to max, the thing will happen, aka this person will find you. You can also use tags like this for bombs. So for example, I could say, countdown, and it starts at 1, which I know is weird. It's probably going to count up. Apologies. Well, I guess it's a count up.
Is
sure.
there supposed to be a counter that we're supposed to see?
Yes, it's on the scene. It says Delia 1. So for example, if this were a bomb on the scene, I would say you guys need to disarm this bomb or get there in time. And I could say every time something happens, aka you do something that takes more than a couple seconds, it goes up, and then up, and then up, and then at 5, it explodes and kills everyone in the building. You should also be able to see, for whatever reason, any clues you found, such as Rusty's matchbook. I don't know why, but you can click those. You can't click debuffs. Don't ask me why. Alrighty. After sorting through our bag and the player's hearing something, but the character's not, they are blissfully unaware as to what is going on, we finally arrive at Rusty's bar. Do we choose to enter? It seems relatively busy. So, normal crowd today.
All right. I think the first thing here is, are we going in as a group or are we going in separately?
Separate.
Okay. We should rock, paper, scissors to see who goes in first.
I mean, I can just walk in first.
Okay, well, I jump in front of Xander just to be annoying.
You still park in the car. What are you talking about?
I jump out the door.
So you jump out the window?
Yeah, I did take my own car.
What? I'm gone. I can't hear you. I walk in the building.
All right. Very quickly. I mean, if you want to go in first.
Actually, you know what? I'll commit to it. I'm going to go in.
Perfect. All right. You hop out and you slide on into the building first. As I mentioned before, it seems relatively busy. So whether you guys come in together, you'll probably be noticed. But if you come in separately, you most likely will not be. And as you all begin to stream on in, you see, covered wall to wall with wooden panels and cheap wallpaper, reeking of old spilled beer. This mostly empty old dive has the air of a Wild West saloon in a ghost town. You notice a few up-to-no-good hoodlums leering at you from their table at the back as you walk inside. A freckled redhead in a black shirt is swabbing the bar intensively.
Wobbing?
Cleaning.
Okay.
Swabbing. Can I just say I see somebody I know in there?
You very much can, yeah.
He's one of the hoodlums. He's one of my contacts. So there was a napkin and the matchbook. So there's a matchbook from the one-stop shop, and then the napkin from, where was it?
It was in the pocket.
It was in that lady's pocket.
Correct.
So
Wait, what? There's a napkin?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a napkin from Rusty's bar in that lead woman's pocket when I was fighting her in the alleyway. So it's more like the association with whatever this group is has been confirmed. And I think that's why we're heading here. If I'm wrong, just let me know.
That is correct. So you said you're sauntering over to the hoodlums, you're like giving them a hello?
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm like a semi-regular here.
Sure.
But only in relation to like knowing where the business is going down.
Can I walk up to the bar?
You very much can, yes.
I don't greet that guy though. I nod, and that's like I nod at him, and that's like meet me over by the bar or something, or maybe the pool tables.
Yeah, the guy at the back that you all notice is most definitely Rusty. I definitely don't need to tell you all that. You, I wouldn't say recognize him. If you guys have been here before, you would recognize the man, definitely. This place isn't, incredibly popular, but with a very certain clientele, it is. So, Maury, were you intending to speak with these people, or you just kind of give them a nod and they're just nodding back? So
I'm just gonna nod and make my presence known so that he's aware that I may come over, or that I might need him to come over. And then I'm gonna let Xander do his thing with Rusty. Actually, I think I'm gonna sit nearby and I'm gonna get a drink and I'm just gonna listen.
All right. While they're doing that, Roxanne and Radiah, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna follow Moira in as her assistant because, reminder, I am 19.
True.
I imagine I've probably been here before, maybe once, and I'm sure they know I'm underage.
No
Are
one
you sure
checks.
you're 19?
Yes.
Check your ID.
I give you a look.
What? What's
I
the
give
look
you-
for?
I slide peanuts over to you, and I say no drinks.
Duh, I'm a good kid. Bartender, can I orange juice?
It's a club soda.
I'm gonna tell Roxanne to check her ID as her wallet glows for a second.
Oh.
I'll pull it out.
and it says she's 21.
Oh my god! I'll rub it to make sure it's not fake.
I tisk.
If anyone knows what they're looking for, definitely, but to regular folk, they shouldn't be able to see it.
Bartender, whiskey on the rocks, please.
Oh my god. So you're at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, just to be clear, when Rusty puts that drink down, I grab it and I drink it. But I do it really fast so that Roxanne doesn't even know what happened.
So are you looking for the drink, Roxanne? Do you attempt to stop her or no?
I will pout and then give up because I assume Moira's glaring at me with her unsettling aura, right?
Red eyes and the unsettling aura. Underage drinking is bad.
Damn it.
But then I let you have a sip anyway.
Oh, you're the best.
I'm gonna order a bourbon from him.
All right, he offers you a smile and quickly gets that together and kind of seeing, you, of course, as I said, this place isn't packed, but there are people sitting between you all, so you guys don't stand out like crazy. Radiah, are you ordering anything or just kind of hanging out?
Do you have anything with like a coffee liqueur? You make me a mixed cocktail with some coffee?
He scratches at his beard and says, yeah, I probably got something. I don't see why not. Let me check real quick for you. And he kind of heads to the back and finger in the air, waggles it and heads on over and says, I most definitely do. I will say this isn't my specialty drink, so it might be slightly off, but hopefully it's to your taste, yes?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And he supplies you all with your drinks. He's mostly making small talk with the other folk here. He was a mid-light conversation. It's nothing important. They're just talking.
Nobody's asking. Nobody's trying to pry for information yet at this point.
Yeah, I just enjoy the bar. The music's good.
Music's passable. Depending on where you're sitting, some of the speakers aren't exactly of the highest quality, so they're a little too muffled to the point where, if you're facing it with the wrong ear, it's like, is this ear broken?
Is there a jukebox?
There is indeed a jukebox in the back, yes.
I would like to jump up.
We'll say the jukebox is next to the stage that's currently not being used, where they play live music, which is to the right of where you guys normally are.
Oh, I see.
What kind of music are you looking to play, Miss Roxanne?
I'm gonna play White Wedding.
All right, that's old enough that they'd probably have that. So it takes you a hot second to find it. I know, right?
What a wasted opportunity.
That's too easy.
Yeah, too easy. I'll save that one for later.
All right, when it gets really rough in here.
That's like her calling garbage trucks like killing people.
A rough and tumble. It's
yeah.
Playing.
Everyone's having fun, and it's like, Roxanne! It's like, oh no, lights go off. Alrighty, so he nods to your music choice as you sit back down and kind of gives you an eye for a second as if to say, like, where's the drink I gave you? But whatever. Not really paying too much attention to you. Do any of you guys strike up a conversation with him or other people here at the bar?
Wait, Roxanne passed me.
She walked past you and played some music, yes.
As she was about to walk past me, I hand her a beer.
I'm sensing some conflict in the group.
I chug it before I get back to my seat.
It's fine. I can just be your weed contact. It's fine.
Wow.
One beer ain't gonna do nothing.
If you chug it, though, how do you do with the alcohol,
Definitely
Roxanne?
Don't chug it. Are you gonna chug it? That's the real. Have you eaten?
I don't think I've eaten.
Yeah, if you drink the entire thing from
You
Xander.
did have a pizza way back when, but
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Big point.
I don't know how long ago that really was.
You got some food in your belly.
Not too bad. I was going to say, if you haven't eaten anything, which you have, and you literally chug it in the space of like 15 feet, I'm going to have you roll something, but you're fine.
Excellent.
Okay, whenever that's done, I was gonna get a hold of Rusty.
Yeah, he saunters on over to you. What can I do for you?
You got any matchbooks?
You looking to smoke or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He digs under the counter and pulls out a matchbook and kind of slaps it on the table. Says, right there. Even got our logo on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice
You
and
just
fancy.
That is really nice. Where'd you get these? These are good quality.
Oh, I have them special ordered. Can't exactly tell.
You can't tell. What about
No, it's
hiding?
a trade secret. You have a bar of your own I'm unaware of?
No, but I have a business card. I could have a better business card.
While she's talking, can I do like look around the bar to see if I see anything suspicious?
Definitely. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Water that's out of place, or like seedy individuals with bowler hats, or anything in the direction of that we've been dealing with.
Okay, so you're looking through the whole room, not just like behind his bar then.
No, I don't care
Nah.
about behind his bar. I'm just
Okay.
like going to be walking around.
Yeah, just to be clear, I'm definitely trying to distract him.
Sure. Roll me investigate then. Alrighty. Are you looking for anything in particular? Or you want me to just like throw something that seems off at you?
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure. Well, looking around, you kind of hop eyes from table to table, and while you notice some of the individuals that Moira was looking towards, you notice some that are further back. They kind of had their back turned to you guys, but as you guys are up here drinking, kind of doing your thing, they didn't really stand out until now. One of them turns around, and he doesn't meet eyes with you, Xander. Actually, he's looking past you at Rusty, making conversation with Moira, and this individual looks pretty close to the guys, not the person you beat up, but they're dressed similarly. They kind of stand out a bit, actually. Now that you're looking,
So
there's like three of them at the
while
table.
Moira is talking to Rusty, this guy is just like, what, dogging Rusty?
He turned around real quick to kind of just stare at Rusty. I mean, he's looking at Moira, then looking at Rusty, and the way you're looking, Xander, is you're not arousing any suspicion whatsoever. Maybe you're pretending to talk to somebody, maybe you're like just drinking and looking around the room, but he doesn't see you looking at him.
So Xander is looking at people here,
Someone from across the room, yeah.
and then the guy that I saw was somewhere around here.
Close to the entrance, yeah.
Okay.
And they're further away, their backs and shoulders mostly turned to you guys, so it's
How many of them are there?
Are you moving in closer to see?
Well, like from where I am, how many of the bowler hat looking dudes can I see?
Probably about 3. There might be more hidden about the crowd, but you currently see 3 from your initial viewpoint.
Can I go check this back room?
The back area looks like to be a stage. There's a guitar kind of played up. There's a whole bunch of lights that are currently dimmed. They most likely hold live concerts here. Not currently being used, though.
No, I mean like this room.
There is indeed a door back there that's locked. You can tell from a distance it's not used very frequently. Most likely where they, store things. There's another door as well, just past Rusty. Most likely to a kitchen or something along those lines. And another door across the way, which is probably the bathroom, because there's a giant restroom sign over it. So hopefully it's the bathroom.
Okay, I'm gonna go against the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my astral projection to warp through the wall to see if I can see anything.
Sure.
Would that be investigate as well?
So you're trying to do a thing, not find information. So
Sneak around?
yeah, you're trying to sneak. This sounds very sneaky. I mean, obviously you don't want anyone to see you, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, while that's happening, what does your astral projection look like, Xander?
Pretty much like I'm stationary as me, but pretty much I virtually become like a not glowing, but like, remember the Doctor Strange movie when he gets punched out of his body?
Yeah, like a spectral you comes out.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Alrighty. Well, the the real life Xander is leaned up against the wall.
I'm gonna like lean against the wall in a way where it doesn't look like I'm suspicious, and then I'm gonna go blah, like shoot myself out.
And to your knowledge, no one sees this. Your body does not slide or move or anything, and you were able to whisk yourself through the door without any issues. And as you do, you realize that this room is incredibly dark. There's no lights on. And looking about, it's kind of difficult to tell, but this is most likely just a back room. You see various tables, you see a chair, you see what looks to be maybe a little cot for someone to sleep in. So this is like a little halfway area. It's a very small room. It's realistically about the same size as the stage, actually, that you just walked past.
Is that a door that I see?
There's a door across the way, yes. Looking around and
Right
kind
there?
of, sort of looking around and, making some assumptions and guesses and such. That most likely is the back entrance.
Can I go through this wall?
If you want to face through again, you would definitely have to roll again. Obviously, you have no idea what's over there, so who knows you could bump into.
Am I still rolling sneak?
You can roll the same thing, yeah. Alrighty, a 7. We'll go ahead and choose one of those complications. Let's see. We'll pause on that as you're kind of sneaking through. While he's doing that, what are the 3 of you doing at the bar?
Well, I'm still talking to Rusty, right?
I'm giggling.
Giggling. I'm ignoring her, but I am talking to Rusty.
As one does. Radaya, are you looking
I'm
to
sipping at my little coffee
just
or
sipping?
whatever I'm sipping and watching and
That is very cute.
people watching.
Are you looking for anything in particular, or just regular people watching?
Just regular customer service people watching.
Fair enough. The quality of the drink is fine. It's by no means bad, but he wasn't lying. This is probably one of the first times he's made a drink like this, so it's passable. It'll get the job done.
Might get you tipsy, might not. I did want to ask Rusty a couple of things.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I mean, they're not like questions. They're just like leading questions.
I mean, that's what he's there for, and you're a better conversation than the other person was, so he's happy to answer them.
All right. So I guess we're chatting about the business cards, and then I don't know how to bridge the conversation, but I eventually want to ask him if he thinks any of the people in this corner of the room would be up for a friendly game of pool, or if I should just avoid it altogether.
Oh, he lets you know that, yeah, people love playing, depending on, what's at stake. Some folk don't really like gambling too much, but he doesn't necessarily turn a blind eye to it. He'll encourage it. Just no big bills. Don't bet like $500 in the game, please.
So he's okay with the gambling, though?
Oh, yeah, go for it. All
right, so I ask him which of the guys back there would be most agreeable.
He kind of leans over and says,
some money on the line.
Yeah, when you say back there, who are you talking about precisely? I know we're not exactly bustling tonight, but there are a few folk over there.
Oh, I see there's some kids and there's some guys in some suits. Like, if I had to go between one of those, who would you recommend?
Yeah, I'd probably say the younger ones. I mean, preferably don't say the word kids when you're in a bar. That
Especially that one. He looks so dumb.
Roxanne, are you drunk?
Slowly turns to Roxanne.
I'm not drunk.
I put my hand on her forearm and I'm like, honey, are you okay? Do you need me to call somebody for you?
No.
Okay, be quiet. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Mom.
I'm just like, can I get a glass of water for this one?
He already has it ready. He's already sliding it over to her.
Thanks, Rusty.
I'll down that one too. Oh, it's just water.
It's a good, smart bartender.
True. All right, well, I slap some cash on the counter and I'm like, thanks, Rusty. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, no problem. It's what I'm here for.
And then I walk away and I pat Roxanne on the back.
All right, he kind of concerningly looks at Roxanne to make sure she's okay, but he's keeping a decent eye on you now.
I'm gonna stumble after Mora.
Oh my god.
Are you bringing your water with you?
Roxanne.
No, I downed that one already.
Roxanne, how good are you at pool?
I'm great.
That sounds like a lie. Can you use your shadows to manipulate the pool ball, the balls?
Exactly. I said I'm great.
This doesn't seem like a good answer for me.
Just what? I'll march over, pick the dumbest one. I challenge you.
Oh my god.
You
can play pool.
You saunter on over. They were clearly in the middle of a conversation, and one of them turns to you and goes, "Eh?"
Ooh, I said, come on.
She just turned 21. She's a little in over her head. But that being said, I did come over here for a game of pool. So if any of you are up for a little betting,
I'll do some pool. I don't see why not. Is it against you or your friend here?
Me?
You know what? Sure. Let's bet on Roxanne.
That works too. But to say, there's two of them. They're not currently being used, so that's fine with me.
How about we play 2 simultaneous games of pool?
I mean, I got friends that are slightly less drunk, so sure.
All right. Solid.
All right, he and a friend move on over, and the other two are kind of finishing up with business, whatever they're doing, in order to watch. They're currently just watching from their seats, kind of smirking and laughing as Roxanne moves on over to the table. He goes to challenge Roxanne, and one of the friends goes to challenge you, Moira.
All right. I'm also going to text Xander. I'm like, yo, where you at?
You text Xander, which his body receives, but his mindful self does not. And as you're texting him, you all kind of hear like the
number you have dialed is not available.
Actually, I text him again, and I'm like, could you please have an away message that says BRB astral projecting? And then I leave it at that.
That'd be good for the future. As you're moving about, Xander, you seemingly phase through this wall without issue once again. But something, for a brief moment, malfunctions, and your coat slaps against something in the wall. It's, once again, very dark in here, so incredibly difficult to tell. All you can see is across the way, there is indeed a door with light spilling under the crack. This something bounces off the table, smacks into the ground, and rolls a bit. Indeed. You guys do hear a light thud in the back, and Rusty kind of looks up a bit, as if to say, did I just hear something? But he kind of just shrugs and continues doing what he's doing. But other than that, Xander, you're in the back room. The item you knocked over was I think it was a can of something, like peas. It's difficult to tell.
Nice. So I'm going to look around.
Upon moving closer to said items, you see a refrigerator, a freezer, and various cutting boards and such. A lot of just items that are boxed away, canned away. This is clearly where he stores all the food.
Look in the freezer.
How well can you touch things when you're astral?
Pretty much, I can like pop my head in.
Fair. Yes, you can. How do you make light for yourself? Is that how that works?
Slightly.
Okay. So you pop your head in and it's a freezer. There's a bunch of frozen meats and such. Nothing too weird stands out to you.
So it just looks like your basic storage area with food and random stuff.
Honestly, nothing too weird now. It's like boringly normal, actually.
And then this is just food storage and whatnot.
Yeah, storage for food. And through the crack, you can't smell anything, but you would presume, because you hear people moving about, that that's probably where the kitchen is.
Do I see anything off back here?
No, nothing. Like I said, it's almost boringly normal back here. Maybe
You said this is just leading to the outside?
Yeah, that's the back entrance.
I guess I'll just go back here just for shizzles and gizzles.
Okay. Looking back the way that you went, it's precisely what I said it was. It's literally just a back entrance to the shop. That's it.
There's nothing down here.
Just a back entrance. Nope. Very normal. It's a little messy, but it's literally just a back entrance.
Okay. Let's just imagine I did that first before I went through here.
Yeah, of course.
Can I like pop my head, just to see like how many people are back here?
There seem to be 2 people working in the back kitchen. They're not working quickly. You're not really sure how many orders Rusty's getting. The food looks to be about averagely average. And the kitchen's pretty big though, actually. It's quite large, but you do only see 2 people.
Is this a door?
That would be the back entrance to the kitchen, yes.
So what is this?
Outside.
Okay, so I see a door that Xander presumes is to outside. 2 men working in the back, or people, whoever, but nothing like too off.
The main thing I would say is off is the kitchen's too big for 2 people, definitely.
As in like they're understaffed, or
way?
It depends if Xander finds that suspicious or not. Maybe it's a slow night, maybe something else, who knows? They're normally
what do I see in there?
You see directly to the right a trash can. Past that, you see a little foot mat for walking in and out to clean your shoes. Obviously, you see various ovens and some like chopping block areas, but there seems to be a lot of wasted space, especially near the very, very back. And near the back, you see a door that leads to the front where Rusty is. But past that, like if you look straight past the door you are, where you're pointing, there seems to just be like a generic cupboard, I guess. They're not really going anywhere near it or touching it or messing with it at all.
I want to go over there.
Okay. You'll definitely have to roll stealth because there are people here.
I want to go where the people are.
This is where the people are. All right.
7 again.
Another 7. That's good. You move on past them. They don't seem to pay you any mind. But as you begin to look around here, you can actually see that there is a pretty decent little area where you 2 step back here, where you can basically pass by the sink for washing your hands and pass by this little cupboard that no one's really paying any mind. And in this back corner, you notice the wallpaper, like there's enough room for you to walk back here relatively easily. But as you're looking around, there's nothing here. Like it doesn't serve any purpose.
Right in this area?
Yes. And as you look a bit closer, it's basically between like the sink and this cupboard. Normally you'd put another cupboard there or something, but there's nothing there. And there's more than enough room for a person to walk back here. There's nothing on the walls to like hold up spices or anything. It's just completely wasted space. You can also tell that the wallpaper in this specific section is a little run down and it's peeling a little.
Almost like there's a secret room or something hidden. Is that what you're saying?
That would logically make sense, yes.
Does it look like you might be able to tamper with it? Or like, when them blokes like might be like a secret handle or string, or maybe it's wet or something.
No string, no handle, and it's not wet.
It does look a little off.
It definitely looks off. There's either a button somewhere or you push a panel to open it. It's definitely hidden. If this is a secret entrance, it's 100% hidden in some way, shape, or form.
All right. Do you want to cut back to the girls while I figure out what I want to do next?
Sure. How's your guys' pool game going?
I just want to make it clear that I am a great pool player.
All right.
I don't want to roll for it.
Oh, you don't have to. It's fine.
Unless I'm excellent.
Unless you're trying to get something out of rolling for it, or you want memes, you don't need to roll for it. It's fine.
I mean, I want to lure them into a sense of, false security.
Okay. He's adequate as a player. Rusty was correct. Both of them are just kind of okay. This is his...
Is one of them the guys that I know?
I'd say one of the ones sitting is a guy that you know, and as you guys walked up, he kind of laughed and kind of gave you a nod as the two of you sauntered on over and Roxanne loudly proclaimed her challenge.
Everybody always ruins my cover, but it's fine.
By the way, I think I am actually pretty good at pool.
They're watching her, and they seem pretty intrigued. Do you start off poorly, Roxanne, or do you like fire out the gate?
What if you get better at pool the more the drunker you are?
No, that wouldn't work. I think I'd probably start off a little shaky just because I am a little tipsy, and then I'll get the groove of it.
All right, excellent. Are you playing like Moira is like, oh, I'm so bad at this, and then you start kicking his ass, or are you just playing normally?
No, I am the best at this, and I miss.
Excellent. So cover-wise, Moira, the two at the table and the two that you're playing with, they're mostly focused on Roxanne. The guy playing against you, Moira, he's definitely watching your game, and occasionally he's kind of like, are you beating me? Nah, that was a lucky shot. They're more interested in Roxanne kind of fumbling and tripping over the cue and everything. I'm just like, what is she doing?
Honestly, that is absolutely fine with me. I guess I just start making conversation.
Yeah, sure. Anything in particular, or just talking? Just
talking, mostly to kind of get a sense of like how often they come here, but like in a way that's not weird. Do you know what I mean?
Of course. Well, if you're not really, prying for information or anything, they come here somewhat frequently. They've never seen you two before, and they're maybe playing themselves up as if, oh yeah, we play pool all the time. Like we're so good. They're making themselves sound like they're great. And
what? How did that go? Oh,
where'd you go?
Sorry.
Did she hit the arrow keys?
Moira has left the building.
She did hit the arrow keys.
Your cat just yeeted you off the map.
I was like, God, she's finally getting off my lap. And instead she just moves me across the board.
That's hilarious.
Vanishing Myra.
I was like, Daniel, why did you send me all the way over there? I thought that was something else. I didn't realize that was me.
You're Moira,
I
I'm
came
Moira.
out and flew you away.
I was like, why would you do that to me? What did I do?
A telekinesis slap, apparently.
Telekinesis slap. But now I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
You were asking them how
when
frequently...
when he starts saying like, oh, I'm so good at this. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're playing themselves like, oh yeah, I'm going a little slow. It's a rough night, but like near the end, I ooh you.
You want to, just as like a friendly thing. Would you want to bet on that?
On the current game we're playing, or like a future game?
Like just today, just tonight.
Yeah, tonight. But we're in like a best 2 out of 3, or like what are we talking about?
Yeah, like best 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I mean we're already halfway through this game, and he's like looking over the table, and you're clearly winning, but he's taking way too long to discern who's winning. He goes,
yeah,
and he smirks as if he say, "My trap card's been activated." As he straightens his glasses, like,
my trap card, Uno reverse.
Uno. He's like, yeah, sure. Why not? We'll do a best 2 out of 3. Hey, you if you're really feeling like a betting lady tonight, how about we bet on both our game and their game? And he points over to Roxanne and the first guy you talked to.
Roxanne's game.
And he nods to that.
So if both her and I win, we win, is what you're telling me. Both of us have to win.
Whoever's the best out of 3 for both tables, basically.
All right. You know what? Let's go for it.
All right, look in his face, basically says, ha, I got this in the bag. And how much are you betting?
How much you want to put down?
Yeah, 100.
All right, I can double that.
Nods very happily, and he kind of walks around the table, he nudges his friend, and he kind of like points at his wallet, and he goes like, all right.
But in accordance to Rusty's laws, they're only $5 bills.
Okay. That is fair. Rusty's definitely watching. You guys are kind of not putting on a show, but you guys are relatively entertaining. There's some people watching, and you guys are being super loud, so people are having fun. You're adding joy to the play, so he ain't gonna complain.
Sounds good.
All right, as your guys' game kicks into higher gear, since there's money on the table, Mr. Xander, have you thought of anything?
Si, senor.
All right, tell me.
I'm going to stick my head in there.
As you stick your head in there, you see nothing. Pitch blackness, much like the other rooms, but this time there's no light spilling in from anywhere at all. So it's as pitch black as the freezer was. You'll need to kind of activate your light, which, as we know, can come up with a few unintended consequences, but you should be able to see down the hallway, at least.
I'm going to move my full body into said weird hallway and then activate chest beams. No, I'm just kidding.
As you do, you're a little slower moving than usual. You really got to focus. You're moving not super far from your body, but you've had to go through quite a few walls. New territory and all that. And yeah, this is a relatively clean hallway, but completely different decor from the room you were just in. It's like completely concrete walls, concrete ceiling, but there's like a carpet that looks more like a rug that was kind of just thrown down that runs for quite some length. I mean, looking down here with the amount of light you have, you literally cannot see the end of this. And as you move, you hear kind of a from through the door from where the room you were just in, the kitchen. And then you hear like a thunk, something hit the wall.
Like the wall behind me?
Yeah, the wall you just went through. The door you went through.
What the heck? Move down the hall more.
All right, you continue to move down the hall, and it keeps going for quite some way. This definitely leads somewhere. It's also
Do
heading.
I hear more thumping at that wall, or is it just like huh, and then blah?
So you're heading towards the door. You're going further down the hallway.
No. Okay, so you said behind me, like where I just entered. I heard a huh, and then a thump.
Correct.
But that's all. I don't hear more thumping.
Are you moving closer or further?
No, I just mean in general. Like it doesn't sound like someone's knocking.
No knocking. You hear muffled conversation, but that's it.
No, I'm gonna keep going down the hall.
As you keep going down the hall, the muffled conversation completely cuts out. And like I said, it goes on for quite some time. This definitely leads somewhere, but the amount of light you're able to produce isn't enough to see the end of this hallway. It might take you about a minute of just pure walking or floating. I assume you don't have to walk to get through here, but this definitely leads somewhere, and it also goes down a bit.
This ain't spooky at all. Is there any doors, or is it just like a hallway?
It is a straight hallway.
Didn't you say there was carpet?
There's carpet, concrete walls, concrete ceiling. Presumably concrete floor, but it's covered by a carpet.
Do I see anything wet?
Nothing wet.
I'm going to keep on that until I find something wet.
It's difficult to tell wetness in this form, but I will tell you there's nothing wet here besides general condensation of being, in a locked away place. And concrete. Concrete tends to not really... It's more that like salty stuff that comes through the walls. You're seeing a little bit of that, just a little bit of that, but nothing major.
So super deep hallway, no doors yet, kind of sloping down.
Yes.
Does it curve to the left or the right?
It goes perfectly straight.
Body just hanging out somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm against the wall with my bourbon. Leave me alone.
Somebody. You are having a sad night, buddy.
I'm gonna go further down.
Okay, and as you're doing that, we'll cut back to them. Your guys' game is going quite well. We'll say, Moria, the first game has finished, and how do you choose to finish said game?
You know what? I let him win.
You let him win the first game, okay.
And then... Oh, no, wait, sorry. I'll win the first game, and then I'll let him win the second.
Excellent. So what was the first game, close?
Yeah, it was really close. I made it look... Yeah.
Okay, he was a little worried.
I made it almost look... It almost looks accidental.
Gotcha. Oh, like, oops. Wow, lucky shot. Holy shit. Almost lost that one. Like one of those.
Yeah, literally.
Excellent. About halfway through the second game, he and his friend go get some liquid courage. And they come on back and they're like, all right, we got this. And, luck B, he happens to win the second game. So clearly alcohol is doing it. So before the third game, he liquors up again. Just to make sure he's got you in the third game. Roxanne, how are your games going?
After a couple of screw-ups, really good.
Excellent. Do you crush, or are you pulling the same thing Moira was doing?
I crush.
All right.
But I make it look like luck.
Okay. Excellent. So you're putting on a wonderful show, and like I said, Rusty and some other folks definitely seem interested. Some people actually get up and they start watching you guys from a respectable distance. They're not getting in the way, of course, of the game. Maybe some people are like hovering a little too close with their drinks. But you got some people that are starting to bet small bills around you guys. Like, hold up, this girl's really good.
Actually, I was gonna sweep the floor on the third one.
You're gonna go completely just destruction on round 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the time that starts rolling around, people are just hearing like, and then and then in, and then and then and then in, and then. People slowly turn to your table. Roxanne's a little more loud, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
With her, I'm getting over being drunk, and she's...
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that for her.
a little sillier, but looking to you, Moira, are you like cold and calculating? It's like nail it, nail it, nail it, nail it.
Yeah.
People slowly turn to your table like, what the hell? Like you can hear a good pool game, and they can hear it.
I wink.
The guy watching you just slack-jawed. He like puts his drink down and just like leaning forward, waiting for his turn, and you are not allowing him to go.
Not at all.
And while this is happening, Radia, are you doing anything?
No, I'm watching the game.
Okay, perfect.
Radia bets. She bets on the guys.
What?
You would never. You would never.
It's not correct. I'm trying to find a menu to see what to give you guys for supper after you're done. No.
Oops. Oh my god. Get us some takeout. I make another shot and then I text Radia like, hey, can you get me some takeout? And then I take the next one.
What you want?
Anything.
Nachos?
I'll take nachos, yeah.
Bar nachos are supposed to be good.
It's
do
pretty
some
hard to
nachos.
go wrong with nachos, though.
Sure.
Actually, I take that back. You could go wrong with nachos, but not
Yes.
this time.
In the wrong hands, nachos are pretty gnarly. The bad gnarly.
But this is okay gnarly.
Indeed. While you're looking over the menu, Radia, and those two were, well, handily winning their games in very different ways, you notice that some of the individuals near the back seated area, they're looking to where, Xander, his body's just standing.
I knew it.
And you can see them talking to each other like, all right, how long's that guy been
We'll do
there?
anything to you, wankers.
Sorry, this is exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. Go on.
You can see them whispering to each other, Radia, and without having to hear what they're saying, you know they're like, one of them points to him, and they gives
Oh, by the way, I can faintly hear if people are near my body.
Okay. They're far enough. They're a good 15, 20 feet from you, and they're kind of whispering. So you definitely can't hear, but when they get closer, I'll definitely let you know. And from here, they're whispering, Radia, and like I said, you can tell by their body language of like, how long has that guy been standing there? And why isn't he watching the game? Didn't he come in with them? Or was he with them? Yeah, I think he points to like Roxanne of like, do they know each other? Like, I don't know what's going on. And they're half interested in the game and half interested in
So nosy.
him. They're definitely giving him a good look.
Well, I got to keep an eye on those two. And keep an eye that they don't get any closer to Xander. Hopefully he comes back soon.
And then cutting back over to Xander, they're not close to your body, but they're indeed watching.
And where are they? Where were they sitting?
They're sitting at the back, like plush seats.
They're in these ones?
Yeah, they're near like the back plush seats. They're kind of just hanging
Okay.
out, just talking to
Are
each
those-
other.
Okay.
Yeah, but they seem very like, they're watching everything. They're having less fun than you guys are. They've kind of been keeping an eye on everything this entire time. And they're definitely giving him a good look, because why is someone just leaning up against that back door? That's weird. He's not against the back door, but like that, it's odd. There are people, everyone's sat down. Why is he not sat down? So they're keeping an eye on things. You can definitely tell. While this is taking a hot second to slide on down, I assume you're gonna go all the way till you find a door.
I'm gonna go as far as I can, mate, until I see one of them doors, you know?
Well, you do move in quite far, actually, and you notice that the door leads to another door that is currently not closed all the way for whatever reason. You can't really tell why. But past that, because you can easily see past it, there's a set of metal steps that spiral downward. And below these bottom steps, you can see light, not fires, actual electrical light. And there's orange, ready brick floors and walls. Completely different scenario looking here. So you walked for maybe,
So you said metal and red brick?
yeah. So there's a metal stair set that spirals downward. Maybe a floor. It really doesn't go too far down, honestly. Just one floor down. And then the floors of this area are brick, and the whole area is lit. So you can actually see this without having to use any extra magic.
Well, that's interesting. A staircase.
Yep, a staircase. And if you look down it, you see a door.
To the door.
A much nicer door. Moving closer to this area, you suddenly get a feeling before you enter as if you're being watched. You didn't get this until just now. But unlike walking through the hallway there seems to be something. The closer you get to this door, the closer this feeling is, the stronger it is.
Like a ghost?
You're not sure, but something can sense your presence.
Like on the astral plane?
In a sense, yes. You're not sure if it's something or someone.
Okay, 'cause I was about to say, I'm like, people can't see me
Correct.
unless they're on the astral plane.
Right. But
I have like an uneasy feeling is what you're saying.
you have an uneasy feeling. I would say in your line of work, when people lay down traps, this is similar to that feeling. Like an alarm.
So what you're saying is it might be better if I go back to my body and bring the girls down here?
Potentially, but this, from what you can tell, this way is fairly easy to get to. It was literally a straight shot. There's a door. It wasn't locked. It's actually, like I said, it's half cracked open, and the area is very well lit. Nothing weird on the stairs.
Too easy.
Slightly, yes.
Just because I'm curious, I'm gonna pop my head in
Pop your head into what?
the door.
The uneasy door?
Si, senor.
Sure. All right, I'll go ahead and drop this on you then. It's a new location, of course. So, this secret door leads you down a narrow corridor and a circular staircase lined with flickering mining wall lights. Behind another door lies a spacious lounge. Old music is playing on a gramophone that is set next to a well-stocked cocktail table. In the back of the room, there is a big safe and a gun rack. And looking past here, you see... I'll go ahead and just throw this your way. Since you popped your head in.
Wait, only I can see this, or can the...
Only you can see this. I loaded for everybody, but only you see this, of course. The second you pop your head in, the individual seated at the only desk in this room, drinking and smoking, pauses his actions and looks directly at you. And you can feel a buzzing and a thrumming all throughout your body.
Oh, I see a gun rack, money, and some wanker sitting by himself drinking.
Looking directly at you.
Like right as soon as I pop my head in, or...
The second you pop your head in, he looks directly at you.
Oh, this is not interesting. Alright, well, since he's looking at me, I'm gonna just pop in my whole body.
You're moving in?
Yeah, I mean, if he's looking at me, I'm gonna, you wanna stare at this, big boy? You can stare at the whole thing.
Alrighty.
I hear Mel laughing.
That's perfectly fine. The man stands, very clearly intrigued at this display of just like, okay, well, you saw me. He puts down the cigarette, but is still kind of nursing at his drink, and he's smirking, looking at you. You're not sure if he can see you in your entirety, or just an outline of you. But when you move in, you set your eyes upon a tall and very distinguished man who was, just a moment ago, sitting very comfortably in his armchair. Viewing him in this way almost makes you drop your guard. You feel safe here in a strange way, despite the thrumming around you. Even though...
What kind of music is playing on the record player?
It's like old-time music.
Like jazz?
Yeah. And it's playing on an actual vinyl. Difficult to hear through the astral plane, but you can kind of hear it thrumming and humming your way. And you can see him just kind of sipping away, looking at his entire vestige. Something about him exudes respectability and trust. And you can, like as I said, sound and such travels almost a little slower in a way. But you can hear him. And he speaks in a voice as smooth as velvet and as decisive as a bullet to the heart. And he takes a few steps forward and just says, "Hello."
I don't think I can talk to him in my astral projection, can I? I guess I'll talk and see if he can hear me. Sorry. Hello there.
From his perspective, you're actually not sure if he can hear you or not.
Oh, but lips.
Indeed.
You want to just try to talk to him?
And he's watching. And he says...
I'm going to move right here.
Okay. As you move in further, that thrumming around you does need to get stronger. But he says, "I'm sure you're aware, but I cannot hear you speak. So please try to move slowly, if you will. I can read your lips. What brings you here? I don't believe you've been invited."
Forward a little bit so he can see me better.
Do you answer?
He said, "Who am I?"
He said, "Who are you and what brings you here?" He didn't invite you.
I'm looking for a man.
He nods.
One they call the Shark.
He raises an eyebrow at that and says,
I don't know why I'm sounding like a British gangster instead of like what I was earlier, but it's fine. We're just going to go with this.
You'll get there. I tend to lose
I
accents.
was messing around earlier, so I'm just like, hello.
Yeah. I mean, Cockney there, how you doing there?
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, you're partially right. When you say shark, what do you mean precisely?"
Well, I mean the one that has been going around snuffing out these businesses.
Interesting. Well, I can tell you that there is indeed someone shark-like, most likely moving about these streets. But as long as you don't put your nose where it doesn't belong, you shouldn't have to worry about anything.
What is your business here, hiding away in a cellar?
It's my little home away from home. Shouldn't someone be entitled to that?
And who might you be?
No need to worry about that.
You have enough weaponry to have a small army, so clearly you're hiding from somebody, or you're trying to wage a war.
No war. No violence. I'm just a smart man, so I defend myself against people who go around snooping that shouldn't. And as you're talking, he goes to pour himself another drink, and he says, I'd offer you a drink, but I do not believe you can consume in that form, can you?
More question is, how can you see me?
He sort of turns as you say that and motions for you to say it again, and after you do, he goes, a man has his ways. Like I said, cautious.
Are you the one that I've been looking for?
Depends who you've been looking for, friend.
Like I said, I'm hunting a shark.
He holds his hands up after putting his glass down. Do I look like a shark to you?
So, if you know who I'm talking about, then where can I find him?
Allow me to quickly correct you. It's her, and you don't want to find her, nor do you want her finding you.
Why did you hire this shark?
I'm acquainted with them. Let's make things simple. I don't know why you're here. I don't even know if you know what you've stumbled upon. But, word to the wise, if you value your current life, I recommend you turn around, forget what you've seen, and go back to what you normally consume your time with.
This is what I normally consume my time with, and clearly I'm the wrong guy you should be talking to like that when I clearly have found your little base all by myself.
Yes, and he claps at that. Good job, good job. I am definitely impressed. And while he's speaking to you, his words, they wash over your body, Xander. I don't know if you feel aggressive in any way, shape, or form towards him, but you feel comfortable here. You feel like you don't want to harm him in any way, for whatever reason. Go ahead and roll me face danger. And this is against, effectively, his words.
Against his words?
Yes, he's not shooting anything at you. It's just him talking.
I would ask if I can use something, but is he supernatural? I know that might give something away, but I don't want to click that because he's using powers, so.
I would say because you're in your astral form, this specifically is supernatural, yes.
Okay.
In your body, it might not have worked. Because you're in your astral form, yes.
And I use smooth talker as well, since it's words?
Not against this, no. Because it's not you talking to him, it's him talking to you.
Is he doing something other than talking or just talking?
He's just talking.
Can I do attention to detail because of like the words he's using? I'm noticing like the vernacular that he's using.
Sure. Alrighty. Whatever he's doing seems to wash over you, and there isn't a single change in his facial expression whatsoever. Just swirling his glass and occasionally taking a sip at it.
So you're a smooth-tongued devil, aren't you? You used to getting your way with your words now, eh?
He shrugs. You should take my advice and turn around, though. I'll allow it for now. There's not much conversation the two of us should be having, or will be having.
Why don't you just tell me where this broad is that you say I shouldn't bump into, and I'll be out of your hair.
You want that badly to find her?
I mean, it's not bothering you, is it? I'm leaving you alone.
He smiles. Sure. Well, let's put two and two together then, yes? You looking for a shark?
Yeah.
Where does one normally find a shark?
The ocean.
If an ocean is not nearby?
A pool house? A pool?
He kind of points behind himself, and you see he has various things pinned to his wall, but you can specifically tell he's pointing to a little cutout of the old aquarium that shut down some time back.
Well, thanks in advance. And I poof away.
Of course, of course. Please do enjoy yourself. Do you leave the same way you came in?
Goodbye. No, I'm just gonna. I kind of do my like hands thing, and then my body just, or my astral projection kind of just sucks back into my body.
Oh, you poof back to yourself. Okay, that works. Whoop.
Yeah.
Already, just in time, as someone was slowly getting up to look towards you, Mr. Xander, and as you see them kind of getting up and looking toward you, you reconstitute, and what do you do?
Look back down my glass, I chug it, and then crack my neck, and walk back to the bar.
Okay. Seeing that you're moving around just fine, they look to themselves and look to you, and Radai, you can see they don't really look too convinced. He was there for a while, but, you know, they don't notice you watching Radai, but they do notice Xander, as they just let him walk off and don't really say anything.
I'm gonna walk up to Radaya right next to her. I'm gonna put my glass on the table and be like,
Radaya, we need to be moving right now.
Sure, but those guys that were right there inside your body were getting awfully fidgety about you just laying there.
Don't worry, I'll find some information. We need to go.
Well, let the girls finish up their thing. I've ordered some nachos to go.
And
Right.
Rusty definitely has these nachos for you. While Xander is finishing up that conversation, Moira, you finished handily destroying this kid at pool. And Roxanne, I assume you unleashed the beast as well?
Of course.
Did you use any of your special abilities or just pure Roxanne?
I mean, this is a perfect place for one of my many shadows to come in and do some pranks. So you tell me.
Don't do it.
I mean, if you're
You're
gonna
drunk,
do it,
though.
Yes, I do.
all right.
Of course you do.
Well, fortunately, it just looks like really good / weird pool.
Love
And
it.
even if they could see, they're a little too drunk to comment on it because, well, you know, I saw the pool stick float a little and or the ball turned at the last second. That sounds like lack of skill. So yeah, no, they're gonna keep their mouths shut. And
Well, and also every time I score, I'm like, woo! Woo! Did you see that? Woo!
yeah, so every single time they're like, what? Your flabbergastedness at every single point and ball sunk just makes them kind of go, is she really, are we being played? They keep looking like, I can't tell. The guy going against Moira, though, knows he's getting absolutely just stomped, and he's like, whatever, you got me. I'm not even mad. And your little...
I'm not mean about it, though, just to be clear.
Oh, of course. But he can tell... He can tell how good you are, and your, I don't know if I want to say friend, but your contact at the table is kind of shooting eyes to the guy that challenged you, like, uh-huh. You know how I said you had a contact with someone you knew at the table?
Yeah.
You see him giving eyes to your opponent as if to tell him, oh yeah, I'll be through with her quickly, and I'll be back in like 5 seconds, right? Easy game?
Yeah.
Clearly he was trying to show off, and that did not happen.
I think the contact knows, though.
They've seen you play before.
Yeah, they know that I'm a, I don't know, what do you call a person that plays a lot of pool?
Pool shark, possibly, but
Pool shark. There we go.
perfectly
This is why
fit.
I'm familiar. This is why
Sharks, good grief.
This is why I'm familiar with the whole shark thing.
Sharks don't belong in the pool. Anyway, yes, you guys are able to finish your game as Xander swings on back over to the counter, and Rusty puts down the nachos and kind of gives you a look. Xander is like, oh, hey there. Back for another drink?
No, just leaving. Thanks for the bourbon.
Yeah, no problem. You're all more than welcome to swing by again whenever you'd like. You brought some entertainment our way, so I appreciate it.
Are the girls done? I'm gonna walk past them.
Yeah, they just finished their game.
I
I'm gonna tell Roxanne and Moira that we need to leave now.
I snatch the money, but no. I give the guy a handshake and then I take my money and I go.
He accepts and he's like, kind of gives you a look like, I'll. God, he wants to say I'll again, but at the same time he knows he's outclassed, so no. But yeah,
I wink at him
game,
and then I head out.
Yeah, definitely. And as you guys are moving on out, you guys can feel that there are some eyes on you. You don't know if it's malicious or people are just watching. You don't know if it was mainly because you put on such a show or something else, but you are indeed being watched. As you guys move outside of Rusty's bar,
I pay the guy for the nachos and my drink and gather them up and sneak this way out the door.
Perfect. And we have travel nachos. As you guys sneak on outside, heading over to Xander's vehicle, you guys are more than welcome to discuss what you will again.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all definitely picked up on the fact that Xander was itching to get out as soon as possible.
I didn't.
So-
I'm wanting to go back.
You know how when toddlers are starting to walk around.
Yeah, you grab them by the ear and you drag them out.
Okay, that's definitely child abuse. You
the
know how
ear, the
sometimes they'll
arm.
go like wandering around in the store or whatever, so you have to put like a little backpack leash on them.
Yes, or you just grab them by their leg and just dangle them everywhere. But yeah, that works too.
Yeah, I definitely don't do that personally. But I do go on Amazon. Actually, you know what? Not on Amazon, because this is a public podcast and
Not sponsored.
not sponsored. I go online and I find a perfectly suitable child leash for Roxanne.
Perfect.
I don't need one of those.
Girl.
I'm gonna look at the girls and be like, all right, get in the car. I need to talk to you guys.
All right, as you all pile on in.
Sander, your accent's funny.
All right,
I just think you're being a little rude, Roxanne.
So pretty much, I found a hidden back room behind the bar, and it led down a really long hallway and into a door where there was a snotty-looking fella back there, very mob boss looking, as you Americans would say. And pretty much, I found the location of the shark. She's in an old abandoned aquarium.
So let's get getting.
Wait, so we're looking
What?
for an actual shark?
Well, I don't know exactly, but the guy in the way back room, he has powers of some sort. I'm not exactly sure how or what they are, because he could see me in my astral form. But he did give me the location of the shark, and he said that it's a girl shark, which, verbatim. But he said I probably shouldn't go looking for her if, we want to live, but,
That's what
I
they
got
all
to live
say.
I like to live on the dangerous side, and we have to take care of this anyway, so, off we go.
So this suddenly became Death Trip nachos. Lovely.
Ooh, nachos!
Hand them out.
Ooh, thanks!
One nacho at a time.
Hope you don't mind, Xander. Food in your car, but
Too late now.
The shadows can get you any dropped cheese.
Yeah.
Super useful. All right, do you guys know where this is? Do you just head straight there? There's an old abandoned aquarium. It's not really
Are we all well enough to go there?
I mean, I am.
still hurt. I might still be hurt.
Radai, you need to get some rest. But what's the likelihood that we won't be able to follow up on this lead?
I will pull a Band-Aid out of my back pocket and give it to you.
I say we go there, because if we stop and rest, right, then, she could be gone, and then we don't know where she is.
Please, she's been there the whole time anyway.
Not that we know. For all we know, she's on the prowl, being a predator and hunting for blood.
I mean, I'm down to go, but I mean, how's Radia's injury and or bag?
It got sorted. I think I got it all sorted on the way here.
She just take a bump. She's a strong girl. She's ready
Yeah,
to go.
come on. My Band-Aids are magical.
Are
my
they
goodness.
magical?
Yeah, so in terms of damage, she's fine, and her bag is fixed.
And Moira, think about it. You can do some crazy kicks on a shark lady. It's a win-win.
You're so right. I'm riding high on a win, so I'm down.
Alrighty, straight there we go then.
Unless anybody has objections. If there are objections, it's fine.
Nope, I'm ready.
I'm just wondering if you're being set up into a trap, because the guy told you where she is.
Absolutely.
I am fine
Are
with
we
traps, 'cause
prepared
I'm
to be
good at
walking
getting out
right
of
on
traps.
into this? Yeah.
Probably not.
Alrighty, in we go then. Alrighty, and as we head to the old aquarium, we see that this place has been neglected for years, as evidenced by the rusty gate, the crumbling, graffiti-covered walls, and the briny tanks covered in algae. There's a strange, dark feeling in the air, sense of a festering threat. But that could just be your imagination. Looking around, you guys can tell this place
Those
has
sharks.
definitely seen better days. It's almost entirely empty, except you do see some tanks where you guys are. There's a tank in the northeast, northwest. There's also a rather large tank. I'll put sharks in them so you guys know that these are tanks.
But the sharks are not there.
They can, or yeah, they're what the hell's a shredding
Well,
shark?
abandoned, so they'd be dead.
Right. They are full of water though.
So water, skeleton shark thingies, corpses.
No shark corpses. The
You're
water is
depressing me right now. I want to see shark corpses. I'm just kidding.
no shark corpses. A little hard to see in here as the lights are relatively dim.
And there could actually be fish in there. That means someone is taking care of the place, even though it's supposed to be abandoned.
But as you guys do enter, first and foremost, I was just showing you that there are 3 little aquariums that you can see. And there is indeed at least 1 shark in each of them. And they don't look well fed, but they do not look starving.
Oh, wait, there actually is sharks alive?
You guys do indeed see living sharks.
Clearly, this is not an abandoned aquarium like we thought.
Why is there still fish here? If it's abandoned, they should have all been shipped out to other aquariums.
Well, this might explain
Maybe-
why they call her the shark.
Maybe she's bringing sharks in.
What if she can, like, make portals, right? And have, like, the sharks eat the people inside the, like, portal thing, and then the portals go away, and that's why there's water on the floor?
As you guys are
They didn't eat Sam Saddle, though.
true, the body was hung. You guys haven't seen the
We-
body, but he did die
We
to
haven't
hanging.
seen any eaten people. There's no evidence of the eating. Is there? Did I miss something?
Not that you guys have seen. Looking
Wait,
around
what
though,
was the guy in the hospital.
correct. You guys have not seen the guy in the hospital.
Yeah, but he got beat up, though.
Correct.
I'm just
Basically-
trying to make sense of the, water, of seawater, when there's no water around.
But well, didn't we know that it's like magic, right? Like what we have.
What I mean, we all have powers that are different
Yes.
from each other,
That's true.
but I'm just trying to figure out what her power is. Because I mean, for all we know, she turns to a shark lady, or she can summon sharks out of thin air. Who knows?
Can I stand over here?
So as you begin to move around, before you go too deep in, Moira, you're still near the entrance. You get somewhat of a sense of uneasiness, and near the far glass, at least, you see what seems to be a flashing light, and then
Where?
near the far glass to the east, stage right.
Okay. Carry on. Sorry.
No, that's it. As you guys head on in and you start to move to the center of the room, you just feel very uneasy, and you see a flashing light.
Does it seem like someone's flashing a light at us, or there's just a light over there?
You can't tell without looking closer or doing something.
Jasper, go take a look.
Forgot the boy.
There he is.
There's the boy.
The boy.
brother!
We have a whole ass boy. Where are you standing when you ask Jasper to go look?
I'm going to be nearby this shark tank looking in, so probably around here.
Okay. He pops out with a smile and kind of motions for you guys to pause for a second. And he proudly walks as he is a shadow, and, the sharks probably can't see him or even recognize what he is. You want him to look at the light?
Yeah.
All right, moving close to the light, he kind of winces at it and, shockingly kind of moves back. Then he whisks back to you, Roxanne, and he says, yeah, I think they got that sounds dumb. I think it's a bomb. It's something. A device. It's flashing.
Did you say there's a bomb?
Did you see numbers?
The
Jasper?
trap. Are they going to kill all those sharks? Because that's pretty messed up.
Or they're trying to kill us, Moira?
And he points.
Obviously, but I mean, are the sharks collateral damage? Because that doesn't seem very nice.
Well, I mean, we should probably worry about ourselves more than some sharks.
Selves first, then sharks. But yes, that would be not great. Be careful moving around here. As he starts looking around the room.
Can I investigate?
Sure. What are you investigating?
Just to see if there's anything else in the room, if there are any, booby traps that don't go off because what's his face? Jasper is a shadow, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything else unusual, just in general.
Yeah, go for it. Room checking for weirdness.
Also, I would like to potentially invite visions. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is an old place. It's rather spooky as well.
So I'm going to try doing that in addition.
Okay.
At the same time.
Well, while she does that, can I go up to the bomb and see if I can defuse it?
We'll have her look first, and then you can get a good look over there.
Is it low light?
It is indeed low light. I would... so I have a tag that's dark and damp, which makes it hard to see, but your character's literally better in the dark, so that is not a weakness that will apply.
Okay. All right.
And using the weakness tag disturbing imagery?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. Dear God.
Whoa.
Holy shit, you rolled 2 6s.
Oh my God.
Oh my...
Satan
Okay.
incarnate.
Wow.
that was a good roll.
You rolled a 16, so go ahead.
Time for lottery ticket.
Yeah, for real. Okay, go ahead. Make sure you mark attention on Mothman prophecies. Whew, that is absolutely spicy. Okay, so you get 4 questions because you had 4 power. What are you looking for?
You know, I always do this and then I don't know what kind of questions I should ask.
To be fair, you've already asked them, so I can just answer them.
Are there any traps in the immediate area
Yes.
that will go off?
Yes, looking around Moira, you stopped right where you should have, because just up ahead of you, you can see various devices that are affixed to the walls and the ceiling. These are most likely motion detection. You realize if you move...
say nobody move.
Yeah,
And
if
then
you,
continue, sorry.
if you move like around the side near the glass, near the walls, you most likely won't trigger them, but you definitely will if you go into the center of this room. Moira lets you know if you're near the edge. So I'll give you those as 2 clues. A, you found some probably motion detection. And B, you can see where basically all of them are. And for the most part, if you hug the walls, you should be fine. It's difficult to tell what's going on the western side of this building, but you know you can approach the bomb to the east with relative ease.
Okay.
So
that's...
You have 2 more clues regarding dangers and such in this room. That can include the bomb that we know is there. So you can go look at the bomb if you want as well.
Is it worth it to look at the bomb?
Up to you.
You know what? I will go look at the bomb.
Sure. What do you want to know about it?
I guess, what is the quality of it? Like, does it look like it's homemade? Does it look like it was...
It's definitely not
done by a
homemade.
professional?
Yes. I wouldn't say, in your eyes, it's professional. I wouldn't say like super expensive military grade, but this is something that obviously civilians can't just get their hands on, like motion detection bombs and C4 and shit. But this is definitely higher grade than just like a pipe bomb.
Well, I guess they have money.
I mean, loan
guess-
shark, yeah.
I guess my other question is, does it look like somebody's taking care of the sharks?
Yes, actually, they look very well taken care of.
So we know that somebody's coming in regularly.
You could
even
say
with
she's
the
like
bombs.
poison ivy, but for sea life.
I mean, Poison Ivy had the right idea. Humanity really is killing the plants, and they deserve to fight back. But,
Be eaten by
that's
plants.
neither here nor there. Yeah.
You eat them, they eat you. That's fair.
That seems fine to me. Sharks get a really bad rep, too.
They do.
Statistically, you're more likely to get killed by a vending machine falling on you.
This is true.
So that was my last question.
I believe so. Basically, you learned where they are, what they are. You learned about the bomb, and you learned about the shark. So yeah, 4.
Okay, so I would like to continue making a circuit around the room. Am I able to see, like, just the bombs and the tripwires and stuff in general? Am I able to go elsewhere without tripping them?
You realize that you can basically move around the outside perimeter, and you'll be safe. As long as you don't go to the center, you should be okay.
So over here, is this a lead, like a way into another room?
That goes further in, yes.
So if we stay around the outside, around here,
You should really get
we
there.
can
though.
then go over here with no problem? Or would I have to do like another investigate to see if there are more bombs in this area?
You should be safe.
Okay. I'm going to go there next then.
Okay. While Moira's moving over that way, Radaya, are you looking at anything or doing anything? Checking anything out?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't really know what I want to do.
That's fair. Is there anything you're thinking?
I was half thinking about wondering if, but water is water, so to test this to make sure it's the same consistency as the stuff found in that convenience store shop, I wouldn't be able to probably determine that.
It'd be difficult. I mean, obviously, you don't want to get in the tank.
Yeah.
And without sitting down and full on, like, doing a test, but one could
Is
make
there water anywhere else in the room?
There's some water on the floor and such, yeah, but you can make a safe assumption it's the same stuff. There's maybe when you initially looked at the water you found, there's like some algae in it, and we see some in this water, so it's definitely very similar. And Roxanne, you thinking anything while you're seeing Moira move around and Radia look closer at the water?
Since there's motion detectors, I would like to whisper to a couple of my smallest shadows to stick to the super dark areas and go deeper into the building to see if there's someone in here.
Okay, they basically go to follow Moira, and while they're doing that, Xander, what are you doing?
Why is that there?
That's a wall.
The wall? Okay.
Just a wall. Yeah.
It looked like it could have been staircases going down.
No, just a weird place
under
for a
the
wall.
center.
I mean, honestly, I would assume you probably walk in there and there's like a picture of sharks and such, and like a display detailing what you're seeing, probably.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it is an aquarium after all, so.
Welcome to directory.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much,
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, shark
Okay.
directory. Xander, while Roxanne is sending her little shadows off, are you doing anything? As Moira is heading down the hallway?
The bomb was over here, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna try to defuse it.
Okay, we can say while she was looking, I'll give you a chance to roll that first, then we'll cut back to Moira. If we're going to try to disable this bad boy, go ahead and roll me Take the Risk. So Escape Artist is not for this. That's for physically moving and whatnot. This is small, working with your hands.
Is that good?
Yep. Attention detail, spellcasting, and energy-based constructs. Perfect. Excellent. Alrighty.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
No whammies with a 6 and a 4, plus all that good stuff. You roll a 13. So it's going to take you a hot second, Xander, but as long as you stay here, you will be able to defuse this thing with no issue. There's probably other bombs, but this one, now that you've kind of learned how it functions, you should be good. And Moira, as you walk around the corner and you look kind of down this hallway, you hear a voice behind you as you kind of hear someone clear their throat.
Behind me?
Behind you, yes.
So I'm already moving down this hallway?
Indeed.
Can I see him?
Yes, as you turn, you indeed see a particular individual essentially waiting directly next to the director that we just mentioned a second ago.
She has gills.
And she's just kind of smiling. Clearly she's been listening the entire time, just chilling here.
Well, you know what? I turn around.
It's an actual shark lady.
She's behind something. I don't think you can see her.
Yeah, none of you can see her except for Moira, and Roxanne, your shadows are just now kind of zipping by to go down the hallway.
You know what? I'm going to take a step closer.
As you take a step closer, you can see that her skin is indeed gray. It looks slick, and she's very muscular. She's standing poised in front of you, with her thumbs under her suspenders, and she's smiling with very many pointed teeth. And yes, you can indeed see gills that are under her ears that are kind of flapping and opening.
Let me guess. You're the one we're looking for.
And she kind of just holds that grin and says, "Probably. May I ask why you're looking for me?"
Well, did you kill Sam Saddle?
She's continues to...
So direct.
I mean, it's why you're here. She's just continuing to smile at you.
Is that a yes or a no?
I'd lean pretty heavily towards the yes on that one. You see, the people of Miller's Square are under my protection.
Doesn't seem like they're under your protection. You're hurting an awful lot of them.
It's complicated. You wouldn't understand.
I think I do understand, actually. I know what you're doing.
Oh?
It's like, I mean, if you want to explain, you can. But I think I've got a pretty good idea.
And what are you going to do about it?
What am I going to do about it? I don't know. Guess that depends on you right now.
She raises an eyebrow, seeming somewhat intrigued. Well, little fish, are you going to keep talking to me? Are we going to play or are you going to leave? I know you brought all your friends
He
here.
just called you a little fish. Throw hands.
You betcha. Well, she said, are we going to leave or play or what?
Yeah, play, leave, keep, jawing at me. What are you doing?
Are these my only options?
Are you asking her that?
Yeah.
She just kind of shrugs and snaps her suspenders.
I would just love to know how you've been doing this. And then we can fight.
Oh, you want to see?
I don't want you to kill me, obviously.
Your group.
You're asking the bad guy, hey, can I see your powers before you fight me?
Oh, no, it's what's the word? I want to know how it works. The only way to know how something works is to how to stop it, right?
She looks down to you and her eyes narrow a bit and she goes, "Sure. You and your group seem quite tough from what I've seen."
Well, this is an invitation. So you can't kill me right away? That's like the rules?
Of course. Assuming you can swim, I think you'll be fine.
How far is Myra away from me?
She's a good, I was 50 or so feet from you.
Can I hear her talking to...
Oh, their voices are echoing. You can't not hear them.
I'm not hiding.
I'm going to turn around from my bomb diffusing. Like, Moira, did you find the shark lady?
Yes, right. She did. Please get over here.
No. Jesus Christ. Stop. Xander, I think your best option right now is to keep undoing the bomb. And then you can come over here and we can all fight.
Wait, Moira, I need to know, is she a shark lady or is she just a normal lady?
No, she's definitely a shark lady.
Does she have gills?
She does have gills. It's actually...
So she's a monster?
Okay, well, let's not go that far because...
Rude.
Sorry, that hurt me a little bit because, I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with, the monstrous aspects of myself.
Is she looking disturbed while I'm yelling this?
She's just
that's rude.
sad.
While you guys are shouting this...
down my cheek.
Y'all realize your shoes feel incredibly wet as you guys are shouting about the shark lady. And not just your shoes. Your ankles.
I look down.
Your knees.
I'm gonna. Well, before that even happens, the second it starts moving, I'm gonna attack her.
You move in to strike, and because you're so close, do you look down at the water, or do you just go right into move?
No, I go right into move.
Alrighty then.
Keep your eye on your opponent, man.
Hell yeah! All right, just straight up roll, go toe to toe, and then the other thing will happen.
All right. God, what can I use here?
You're going for smash, I assume.
I am going for smash.
All right.
I don't know how much I can use of this. How much is the situational? She's against a wall, yeah?
Oh, yeah. This position's not great for her.
I guess I'll have to use occasional openings. I'm going to say
that makes sense considering...
yeah, I mean, it's not a good position.
Your feet are covered in water, yeah. It's a little hard to move here.
It's fine. I do extensive training.
Exactly. You train for being submerged in water. Who doesn't? Ooh, you're rolling really well. 13. Okay, then. You can choose two of those things. What are we going for?
I'm going to take... So how does the status with tier 2 work?
So status in this game is damage. So anytime you take a status of something, that's effectively damage. So if you keep taking a status of frozen, you will turn into an ice block after a while. Meaning you don't need to beat someone by just punching them, although you can indeed do that. You can beat them by any means. This allows your quote-unquote damage, your way of helping the team and doing what you do, to function in this game no matter what you do. I don't know why I keep using the example, but if you turn people to candy, you can beat someone doing that. If you want to submerge them in water or whatever, like cover them in chains, those are all ways you can beat somebody.
I want to use you block dodge or counter their best attempts. Okay. And then I want to use you get them good. And I want her to be, I guess, sort of like Radia's got rocked, but maybe like stunned or something like that.
So the way these, I guess the way the damage works is basically...
However it works best for you.
Right. So it's whatever the thing is, and the thing is physical damage because you're punching her. So I'm just
actually, it's a kick.
It's a kick.
Just
all right.
Clear.
Perfect.
That's my special skill.
So I'll do the same thing of just I'll just put like bruised.
Wait, do I actually get attention in black belt for using occasional openings?
Correct. Every time you use your weakness, you always get attention. So put one in black belt, and you're very close to leveling those two already. Ooh. She was clearly not expecting this because you move in quickly. And what does this look like? You're gonna hit her for the full 2. She doesn't reduce it at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna like smash her right into the wall.
All right, you up with your knee or you kicking her?
No, I'm like roundhouse kicking her in the face.
Okay, she's super tall compared to you at least.
Okay, actually, let's say side kick in the stomach.
Okay, no, you can kick her in the face if you want. I'm just letting you know how big she is.
Well, I want her to be pushed into the wall really hard. Like, I want her head to hit the wall.
Perfect. All right. So you strike her. Are you going for the head or her side then? Like kicking her into the wall?
You know what? I'll kick her in the stomach.
Perfect. As she's kind of saying this very cockily and filling the room with water, it must be her, you're able to like leap out of the water completely unobstructed by it, and you just like kick her right in the chest. You look like you knocked the wind out of her but a second because she did not see this coming, and her back like bounces off the wall and her head snaps back and cracks against it. That clearly hurt as she kind of catches herself, and you move away from her, and she looks down at you with just all of her teeth showing, smiling incredibly wide. And as
Kinda
you
sexy.
land,
Just kidding.
I'm scaroused. As you land, it was at your knees. It's at your hips now.
So it's still going.
Does she have like a cylinder of like water just rising above her?
So this is happening so quickly as you guys were like saying words. It's going up like an inch every like half second, faster than that, exponentially
In the
faster.
whole place?
Literally,
Does
all of
rooms.
you. Yeah, the whole room is filling with water. To put this into perspective, the water was at her knees. By the time she jumped, kicked, and landed, it was at her hips. That's how fast it's rising. So that was like barely a second. And before you even have time to take this in, she zips back quickly, kind of diving into the water a bit, and it just zips to the ceiling. And suddenly, all of you are submerged in water.
But we're pretty close to the entrance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably blocked off now.
That's fine. We can break
How's
through
the
it.
bomb going?
You'll effectively need one more like action of diffusing it, undisturbed, and it'll be completely diffused and you'll be set.
Actually, what if we use the bomb, Xander?
What, you want me to chuck it at her?
I mean, I think we should get out first, but what if it could be used,
Will the bomb even work underwater?
Yeah.
It'd be delayed a little, but it would still function.
Yeah, just like torpedoes.
And like I
What
said,
if we,
it's
what if
good
we
it's good
strap
quality.
it to her with her suspenders?
Oh boy, that's incredibly nice. At this range, Moira, she seems almost purely focused on
Shark?
you.
Oh
no,
man, that's fine.
She's full on shark. She is swimming and zipping around, but she's not swimming around you because of where we are. But she is like zipping and focusing clearly on you, even though she can see Roxanne standing next to Jasper just behind you.
Is there a timer on the bomb?
There is no timer. These are actually only set to go off when the physical, is tripped. So it's a motion detection bomb, you can tell. And basically what you're doing, Xander, is you're turning off, not necessarily the bomb portion of it, you're turning off the reception. So that can never be received, and you'll still have a bomb, but it's not going to go off. So upon seeing your friend
It's not going to go off with the motion.
Correct.
In the ocean.
Literally, yes. As you see Moira kick Delia, Roxanne, what do you do?
Did you say Delia is now swimming around her?
All of you, the second we enter the water, are now... I have to do this 3 times, annoyingly. You're all now You're all now drowning 3.
A drowning 3? Wow.
Radaya, are you able... Because you can cast spells, right? Was that a yes, or just a weird noise?
There was a...
Sorry.
Yeah, she can't talk. She's underwater.
Underwater.
Can you, like shoot fireballs or lightning bolts or whatever?
Want me to shoot lightning in the middle of the water?
No. I just think can you shoot like spell stuff?
To make it breathable, or what?
No. I just have a plan. I just want to know if she's able to do it or not.
Before or after we drown?
Wait
a second.
We won't drown once the bomb is defeated.
Where did the sharks go?
I'm deleting them for myself. It's making so.
Okay. Made me nervous.
Game Master
They're about
stuff.
to join us in the fight.
Yeah, I'll let you know if they decide to join. Game Master stuff. I have a separate window where I can see everything that's going on. The more tokens are on the screen, the more annoying it is for me because it's hard to scroll through. So that's all it is. It's technical garbage, basically.
Continue, Xander and Radaya, whatever your conversation.
I was just saying I have a plan. I just want to know what kind of spells she can use.
Magic in general. Just what do you need?
Magic in general. All right, sounds good. I'll let you know once I'm done doing my thing.
How high up is the water now?
It would be really nice if she could, plan something along with you.
All right, so by the time you ask that, Xander, both of you are completely submerged in water.
Is it that it is just up to our head, or that the entire room is filled?
The ceiling. There's no air in this room anymore. It's all the way up to the ceiling. So Roxanne, what's your immediate reaction? What do you do?
Did you answer my question? Is she swimming around? What's her face?
She's not swimming around Moira because the area is very awkward, but she's like zipping to the left and zipping to the right in this general area. Clearly ready to strike Moira.
All right, I want my shadow guard to just grab her and snatch her and cut off her oxygen.
She doesn't have oxygen. She's swimming.
She has gills.
No,
she has gills.
Sharks need oxygen. They suck it out of the water. She'll drown slower than we will, but it'll still happen.
Okay. So
and actually, can I assist that?
Mostly checking for Roxanne's intention. So there's basically two things you can do in the game, obviously. You can create a tag with change the game, or you can, because when you say you're trying to like hold her, if you're just trying to create a tag, that's fine. But if you're trying to attack her, that's a whole other thing.
I'm sure I'm not very good underwater. Are you better, Miss Moira?
Am I better underwater?
Yeah, with your judo kicks over there.
Actually, no, they're definitely not. However, I can be incredibly unsettling.
Unsettling enough to a shark?
Well, I would like to assist whatever your role is by attempting to instill a fear response.
Fear response. All right, hang on.
Like, instead of fight, it's flight. I guess she'll survive.
I guess
so.
if we freak her out, she could lead us out, assuming she runs.
I mean, we know the way out. It's just a matter of getting there. But we're almost out of time, probably.
And real quick, side note, did my little mini shadows find anything?
It's just more dead aquarium. Nothing's back there.
So then there's no reason to stay here besides meeting her.
Without going further, because this is all happening very quickly, to your knowledge, yes, there might be more back there, but,
You know what? I think that we should start moving out, and if she attacks me, she attacks me.
I was about to say, do we want to exit or try to capture her?
I mean, I think that we should, unless Xander decides to let us know what his plan is. I think I would probably just leave, because now we know.
Oh, you're asking about my plan?
Yeah.
I was going.
Are you waiting for the opportune moment?
Well, I'm still diffusing, so I can't really like say what I want to do because you guys might do something, and then that might change my plan.
Also, technically, you guys can't talk underwater. So unless you have a way of talking underwater, you guys can't speak.
I'm gonna prioritize escaping first.
With the shadows, right?
Yeah.
With the shadows, I want to assist.
All right, I'm gonna go ham on this. I just want to do all my shadows to get all 5 of us outside the aquarium and out in the open, because clearly she can drown a building pretty quickly. It's going to be hard to drown the outside world quickly.
Okay, so what are you trying to do?
I want to glomp everyone.
Oh, you're just trying to escape.
With the shadows.
Yeah, and then move in the shadows.
Okay.
Okay, I will say with your current position, Roxanne, it's not possible to grab everybody at once. You can definitely grab yourself and Moira, but grabbing 4 people and zipping out that quickly would be either stop holding back or something along those lines.
Don't grab me. I'm busy doing something.
Stop holding back?
That's basically when you do something that is beyond your character that could be harmful potentially. So
I would like to also do that.
There's 3 different downsides. It's either significant, no return, or ultimate. Ultimate would be something absurd. I would say this is significant because you're trying to basically end the encounter in one roll, which you can. Effectively, what you do is you just roll plus logos, which is, I think, yes. If you get a 7 to 9, you mark crack and fade, and you burn all the power tags on one theme. On a 10 plus, you mark crack and fade on one theme. So basically, you push your powers so far that they crack slightly, and if you mix success on this, then you burn all those power tags. So for example, if you used The Boy Who Is, or Light Can't Exist Without Dark, you'd burn all those power tags for now. Of course, you can unburn them on a downtime activity, but you would succeed. As long as you succeed. Just make sure you don't roll a 6.
Yeah, everyone else is rolling so high, I don't trust my luck right now.
Yeah, and you don't have, I mean, like I said, this would literally be completing this in one roll. So I would allow you to pull everybody out instantly, which is why that's a crazy display of power.
And nobody can help on it.
No, this is just pure Roxanne.
Okay.
In fact, she doesn't even pick power tags. She literally rolls just plus logos, I think. That's it.
Dear God.
Yeah,
Could I do something separately?
You can, but you just kicked. So technically everybody else gets a turn and then you can do something.
Okay. No worries then.
All right, you know what? For the sake of learning the game, let's do it.
So
Love
that's
it.
switching it to, you switch the whole move to stop holding back.
Can I refuse getting pulled?
Technically, yes, but you'll be in danger. So there's 3 tiers: significant, no return, or ultimate. This will be significant. Anything past that's really bad for the character.
And I don't do any tags?
I don't believe so. Click it real quick.
It's asking me to mythic or logos.
So this should be plus mythos because you're doing something magical. Excellent. So you achieve what you were trying to do, mark crack and fade, and then burn all the power tags on one theme. So, yeah, no, it's rough. But so is this The Boy Who Is? No, probably, you know what? Light Can't Was Without Dark, right? It's mobility. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, mobility.
Okay, so burn all of those. Click the little fire on every single one of those.
I like the fire sound effect.
And then you mark fade as well. So for reference, these can all be undone, by the way. When fade or crack has been maxed out, you lose that whole theme book. It goes away.
Never to come back?
It flips to the other side, so it doesn't come back unless you like go back and re-level it again.
So in this case, I would become more human.
Yes. Now the thing is, you don't lose it, it just turns to a different theme book. And technically in this game, you actually want to do that, weirdly enough, because you get weird meta upgrades. It's odd. You actually want to be flipping through these really frequently, but it's kind of one of those like, that's for a really long-term game, so we won't discuss that. But this doesn't mean you lose a chunk of your character sheet and you get nothing in return. It's actually very good. It's literally some of the best upgrades in the game. So, Roxanne, this is extreme what you're doing. Please describe to me exactly what's happening.
All my shadows like emerge out of all the nooks and crannies. They just swarm over everyone and suck them down through the ground and then spit them outside.
All right, and then Xander, you said you want to resist this?
Si, senor.
Okay, so Roxanne, you indeed succeeded this. I'm going to put you guys at the top of the map.
No offense.
Radaya, you are whisked away.
None taken, you're on your own.
Moira, you are incredibly lucky. As this is happening, and her little shadow minions kind of grab at your legs and pull you down into the shadow realm, Delia comes flying at you, and it almost looks like, once again, this is within like a fraction of a second, but unless your eyes are playing tricks on you, her hand looks like the jaws of a shark, and she slashes out at you, missing, but taking a massive chunk out of the ground. If this hit you, that possibly could have been a missed limb. And she misses, and you can see her expression be like, what the shit, as it's happening. And as you guys are being pulled out, she starts whisking around, like looking for where you guys went. It's really difficult to tell because, well, there's shadows, and this room's already super dark. She doesn't see you immediately, Xander, but after all this happens, you have to kind of like mentally resist this shadow pull. You're able to get the bomb. What do you do?
So I'll defuse the bomb, right?
Correct.
Awesome. Now I can do what I wanted. I'll use my energy-based construct, right, to construct a magical bow and arrow of sorts, right? And then I'll put the bomb at the end, and the arrow that's holding the bomb is kind of like a hand, and I'm going to shoot the arrow at her, and once it lands near her, the energy like crushes the bomb, exploding it.
That's a lot of stuff.
So it's like a bomb arrow.
Sure. I'm going to add a scene tag just called bomb, because you now have a bomb, and you can basically use that to assist you. I assume this is for damage. We're going for like, you're just firing at her to blow her up.
Yeah, imagine like a fire arrow, but it has a bomb.
Perfect.
It's going to go boom.
Which tags are we using for this? This is definitely,
Is this go toe-to-toe?
You know what? I was actually about to say, I think because she's technically chasing after somebody else, I'm going to go with hit with all you got. And you can click the bomb on the story tags. Right-click it, should turn into something good. And also, because you're underwater, you do have to click on the drowning. So that should be the one on you. Drowning 3.
Did drowning have to start at 3?
For her, it does. It's very intense.
But is there like pressure, not just drowning?
Yeah, basically. It all happens very fast. The thing is, it doesn't go up. It's just basically. Let you know how shitty things are already. So we got a 9.
That's been a lot better without the drowning. But,
Indeed, but you are drowning, but it's a 9. Big success. That's fantastic. All right. So you give the target an appropriate status with your choice with tier 2. Because this is going to be a physical like oomph, I'm just going to add it to bruised because it's the same type of damage. So you don't need to add a new damage track. This will basically just replace it. So which 2 are we choosing to add on top of that?
How much damage am I doing to them?
2 currently. Oh, choose 1. Oh, you only pick 1. Never mind. Oh, forgot. It's a mixed success. My bad. Okay, cool. So we're going for 2 damage plus 1.
So 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. Normally she would avoid a portion of this damage. Well, she'd avoid a shit ton of it because she's underwater. But you did catch her off guard.
Can I explain how I do it?
Yes. Let me explain how much damage she's going to take first. So like I said, I'm going to be linking things in chat more frequently than usual to be really clear on what's happening. So she has something called Shark Instincts. Whenever she takes a status or a harm that she can dodge, which this obviously is dodgeable, also while underwater, which she is, she reduces it by 3. Instead, I'll just reduce it by 1. So rather than being 0, which would be unfortunate, it'll be a 2. So she'll go from bruised dose, basically up to bruised 3. So what does this look like, good sir?
All right. So pretty much, I'll get the bomb. I see everybody, get out of there, which I pretty much wanted them to do anyways, because I knew the bomb was going to go boo.
pretty much I'm going to do like a hand signal with my, with my hand, whatever. Pretty much I'm like holding a fist with my left hand, right? And then from like where my thumb is and then the bottom of my hand, you'll see like this like magical arrow just like kind of like, I guess, appear-ish, grows out of my hand. I like, with my other hand, I like grab the arrow and like pretty much it's like magical orb goes around it and then like outstretches a long arrow stalk, whatever you want to call it. And then I attach it to the bow. Hey, shark lady, eat this! And I just like yeet it at her.
After that erupts, she's able to dodge a portion of it, but because she didn't see this coming, she's rocked, and you see her fly back until she bounces off one of the back walls. But as the bubbles from this explosion clear, you can see a few little trails of blood leaking off of her. It looks like she banged her head against the wall or something, and some of the blood is like trailing from her head and some from her side. She locks eyes with you, Xander, and she charges at you with...
Yeah, the others heard the explosion, right?
Oh, yeah. You guys felt the explosion. She charges at you, Xander, with an absurd, terrifying speed. Fangs bared.
That's not scary at all.
And we'll pause there.
But now you're stuck in there.
Good luck, everybody else.